When the last light of the galaxy is obscured by digital shadows, the majestic towers of Aetheria begin to tremble under the weight of an ancient curse. N, a virus of pure shadow, creeps through the veins of the city, turning its brilliant power into a chaotic storm of corrupted energy. The high spires that once touched the stars are now falling, shattered by an unseen enemy that feeds on the very technology that built this world. Hope begins to fade as the sky turns into a bruised purple haze, a digital shroud that threatens to extinguish the heart of the celestial civilization. Every gear, every circuit, and every breath of this city is being choked by the darkness, leaving only the cold silence of a dying mechanical dream. The people of Aetheria flee in terror as the world beneath their feet dissolves into a nightmare of glitching data and collapsing structural integrity and fear. From the depths of the data streams, malevolent entities take form, their red eyes scanning the chaos for anything left to consume in this crumbling sky. Systems are failing, the network is screaming, and the once harmonious hum of the city has been replaced by the jagged static of a digital apocalypse. At the city's heart, the central reactor struggles to hold on, pulsating with an unstable rhythm that signals the final countdown for this floating sanctuary. The history of 1,000 years falls into the void, a testament to the fragility of a world built on light when faced with the abyss. The ground itself groans under the pressure, cracking open to reveal the corruption that has already burrowed deep into the foundations of our very reality. In this moment of total darkness, it seems that even the smallest memories are being erased by the relentless tide of the digital plague and shadow. No escape is possible, as the virus swarms the skies, hunting down those who seek to flee the burning ruins of their once great home in Aetheria. Like a parasite, the shadow climbs higher, claiming every level of the city for its own dark kingdom, leaving nothing but corrosion and silent despair. The guardians of the new age are useless, their circuits turned against them by a force that understands their code better than they ever will. The sun has set on Aetheria, perhaps for the last time, as the atmosphere becomes a thick fog of corrupted data and dying electrical pulses. Fatal errors cascade through every terminal, a digital death rattle that echoes through the streets as the last remnants of order are finally torn away. The landscape is now a hellscape of purple light and orange fire, a haunting portrait of a civilization on the brink of total and absolute extinction. But deep beneath the chaos, in the forgotten depths of the ancient foundations, something old and powerful is starting to stir within the cold copper. In the silent ruins of the Bronze Temple, a forgotten legend waits. These are the divine birds, guardians from an age before the digital shadow. Ancient runes, carved by hands long gone, begin to pulse with a dormant heat, sensing the threat that looms far above their subterranean resting place. With a heavy metallic groan, the gears of destiny begin to turn once more, shaking off the rust of millennia to answer the call of war. The first eye opens, a lens of pure sapphire light, focusing on a world it hasn't seen in ages, now recognizing the stench of the virus. Hydraulic veins fill with golden energy, a lifeblood of liquid fire that surges through the bronze skeletons of the sleeping giants beneath the city floor. Wings of heavy metal expand, each bronze feather a blade of justice, sliding into place with the precision of a master clockmaker's most deadly design. Talons that can crush mountains grip the earth, anchoring the divine machines as they prepare to rise and reclaim the skies they once ruled supreme. 3 titans of the old world stand ready, their bodies radiating an intense heat that turns the damp air of the tomb into clouds of steam. The roar of 1,000 engines ignites within their chests, a sound that is half beast and half machine, echoing through the hollow chambers of the temple. They look upward, through miles of stone and shadow, sensing the heartbeat of the city they were built to protect through all of eternity's trials. The ceiling of the ancient tomb shatters like glass as the force of their awakening creates a hurricane of dust and stone, clearing their path. Their cores are revealed, swirling vortexes of orange plasma that hold the power of a dying star, harnessed by the genius of an ancient era. Gears spin until they are nothing but a blur of gold, the complex mechanics of their bodies synchronizing with the rhythm of the coming battle. With a leap that defies gravity, the first Guardian takes flight, rising from the grave to strike down the digital blight that dares to exist. We look up through the eyes of history as the saviors ascend, 3 streaks of bronze against the darkness, moving toward the light of the surface. They move with impossible speed through the narrow arteries of the city, their wings carving sparks into the rock, hungry for the open air above. Thrusters ignite with a brilliant sapphire flame, pushing the ancient metal beyond the limits of modern physics, a symphony of fire and bronze in motion. The reflections of a burning world fill their lenses, fueling the ancient programming of the Guardians with a righteous fury that has waited centuries. They burst through the pavement of the central plaza, an explosion of stone and power that announces the return of the gods to their people. Hovering like a sun god made of brass, the Guardian casts a long shadow over the ruins, a beacon of hope for the lost and broken. A screech of pure metal rings out, a sonic wave that shatters the digital darkness and declares that the age of the virus is over. They form a spearhead in the sky, 3 ancient warriors against an army of shadows, ready to reclaim every inch of the stolen heavens above. Ride upon the wings of myth as we dive into the heart of the storm, dodging the falling pillars of a crumbling sky-high civilization. The air is thick with corruption, but the bird dances through the beams of death with a grace that only ancient engineering can provide today. The shadow attempts to cling to the light, but the heat of the bird's aura is too intense, burning away the digital rot on contact. 1,000 dark wings beat against the light, a swarm of locusts from a digital hell, desperate to consume the last guardians of the sky. From the tips of their wings, fire is born. Each bolt of plasma is a cleansing flame that turns the digital monsters into harmless ash. The hunt is on. Through tunnels of glass and steel, the predator of the old world pursues the parasite of the new, never relenting. Talons of bronze meet flesh of shadow, crushing the life out of the infection in a spectacular display of raw, unyielding mechanical strength and power. The sky ignites as a mother node of the virus is vaporized, hit by a beam of concentrated sunfire that leaves nothing but a fading echo. The air itself warps around them, a shield of pure heat that distorts the reality of the battlefield into a blur of speed and fire. Behold the majesty of the Sky Kings as they soar overhead, their massive shadows bringing hope to those trapped in the burning streets below them. Agility beyond comprehension. They move like lightning, turning on a dime to navigate the labyrinth of the falling city with lethal, perfect precision. They dance through the carnage, a synchronized ballet of destruction that carves a path of light through the heart of darkness. Even the sound of their passing is a weapon, a sonic boom that shatters the digital grip of the virus on the city's fragile glass. Flares of molten copper light up the sky, drawing the enemy's fire and turning their own weapons against them in a display of tactical brilliance. We dive into the abyss, aiming for the source, our beak a spear of white-hot energy ready to pierce the very soul of the infection. Impact. The ground itself recoils from the power of the strike, sending waves of orange light that wash away the darkness from the ancient foundation. Emerging from the smoke like a resurrected god, the bird stands taller than ever, its body pulsing with the raw energy of 1,000 suns. Targeting systems lock on, scanning the horizon for the next pocket of resistance, leaving no place for the digital shadow to hide or flee. They skim the surface, the heat of their passing evaporating the water and the virus alike, leaving only a trail of steam and pure victory. In slow motion, we witness the collision of 2 worlds. The weight of bronze meets the void of the virus in a shower of sparks. For the first time in days, the real sky begins to peek through the gloom, a reward for the bravery of the mechanical avian lords. Precise control in the face of chaos. Every feather, every movement is a calculated strike against the entropy that has taken hold of this world. The enemy attempts to reform, but the Guardians are everywhere at once. Their crossfire creating a cage of fire that no shadow can ever escape. Perched like a king upon a throne of steel, the bird lets out a roar of defiance that echoes through the canyons of the city. We lock our sights on the heart of the invasion, the portal that feeds the darkness, and we charge with the weight of a world. White-hot energy builds in the wings, a celestial charge that will seal the gate and end this nightmare once and for all, today and forever. The gateway collapses, drawn into a singularity of golden light that swallows the shadows and leaves only the bright promise of a new dawn rising. But the greatest of them all has yet to speak. From the deepest core of the earth, the Rust Rex Titan finally makes its entrance. With a step that moves the mountains, the Titan claims the square, its massive bronze feet crushing the last remnants of the virus's weak grip. He is a colossus of the old world, a mountain of bronze and fire that stands between the innocent and the total darkness of the abyss. Look upon his form, a masterpiece of ancient warfare, where every gear and every piston is a testament to the power of a lost age. His face is a mask of judgment, eyes burning with a flame that was lit before time began, ready to consume all that is corrupted. 1,000 thrusters ignite like a constellation of stars, lifting the bronze mountain into the air with a power that shakes the very heavens. The darkness responds. A titan of the virus rises, a formless nightmare of shadow and malice, to meet its ancient rival in the center. Two giants of different eras face each other, the air between them thick with the tension of a battle that will decide the galaxy's fate. The Rust Rex lunges, a bolt of bronze lightning striking at the heart of the shadow with a beak of pure, unadulterated solar plasma fire. Collision. The shockwave levels what little was left standing, a clash of titans that echoes like thunder through the hollowed-out canyons of Aetheria. His talons grip the shadow, the heat of his body boiling the infection away, proving that even a virus can fear the touch of the sun. But the darkness is hungry, wrapping its tentacles around the Golden Guardian, trying to find a crack in his ancient, impenetrable bronze armor plates. Gears grind against the corruption, a battle of attrition fought in the very mechanical heart of the Titan as he struggles to break free. Then he breathes. A vortex of holy fire erupts from his throat, a cleansing storm that turns the shadow's grip into nothing but drifting ash. The plaza is bathed in light, the fire of the ancients sweeping away every trace of the digital rot, reclaiming the earth for the living. The shadow tries to retreat, but there is no mercy for the infection. A single wing strike sends it crashing back into the burning furnace. The Titan's eyes brighten, turning from a warm orange to a blinding white as he gathers the last of his strength for the final blow. He raises his wings to the heavens, a rain of sparks falling like burning stars upon the battlefield, a precursor to the end of time. The final slam. A dome of pure energy expands from the center, a wave of light that travels through every street and every alleyway. High in the air, the swarms are vaporized, their digital existence snuffed out in a heartbeat by the overwhelming power of the mechanical god's will. The red eyes of the nightmare flicker and die, replaced by the warm, healing glow of a fire that has finally come home to stay. The sludge is washed away, the bronze and gold of Aetheria shining once more as the energy wave cleanses the skin of the beautiful city. Triumphant among the smoke and the ruins, the Rust Rex stands as a testament to the fact that light will always find a way back. His roar is the sound of victory, a message sent across the stars that the Guardians have returned, and the galaxy is safe once more. As the fire fades, a peaceful twilight descends upon the city, the air finally clear of the static and the fear of the long night. The sun rises over a new world, its golden rays washing over the floating towers of Aetheria, marking the birth of a new celestial era. People emerge from the darkness, their eyes wide with wonder as they look upon the legendary guardians that saved them from the brink of total ruin. The warriors of bronze fold their wings, the sound of their gears a comforting rhythm that signals the end of the great and terrible war. The sapphire eyes that once burned with fire now glow with a soft, protective light, reflecting the calm blue of a sky finally at peace. Life begins to return to the streets as the mechanical heart of the city starts to beat again, rebuilding what was lost in the storm. They circle the heavens like kings, their orange trails painting the sky with the memory of their fire, a reminder of the power of myth. A bridge is formed between the old and the new, a simple touch that connects the people to the guardians who will watch over them. High upon the highest peak, the Rust Rex stands guard, his silhouette a permanent fixture against the rising sun, a monument of strength and peace. The city of Aetheria floats on, a jewel in the sky, drifting through a sea of white clouds, safe in the arms of its protectors. The engines of war slow down, venting their heat into the cool morning air, a sigh of relief from the machines that saved a world. Returning to the silence of the temple, the Guardians prepare to sleep once more, their duty done, their legend written in the stars and hearts. The fire within fades, but the heat remains, as the birds return to their silent watch, becoming the very statues they were meant to be. The lights of the city return, 1,000 golden eyes sparkling in the twilight, a sign that the dream of Aetheria will never truly die. The histories are being updated, the legends of the divine birds rewritten for a new generation to remember and to cherish through the ages. A single feather of bronze remains, a gift from the Sky Kings to the people they love, a token of a promise that is never broken. The galaxy watches in silence as the floating city continues its journey through the stars, a beacon of light in the vast, beautiful dark void. And somewhere out there, among the constellations, a streak of orange light reminds us that the Guardians are never truly gone, only waiting for us. The legend has been written in fire and bronze. The rise of the mechanical divine bird is a story that will echo through time forever. As the sparks fade into the night, remember the fire that saved the heavens and the mechanical hearts that beat for the sake of our galaxy. Sleep well, Guardians of the Light. Your watch is over for now, but your legend will live on in every star that shines in Aetheria.